Louise said to me, I want to use your body for this piece that she was working on. So we went to the foundry, Louise's foundry. She had spoken to them before, and they made a big mound of plaster. And then they put sides all along it, all along the sides of this mound. And then I shaved all my body, and two people one lifted my legs, the arm, and they put me in this plaster, in this liquid plaster, in this curve, laying down on this little mountain. So my body was curved automatically. And it was plaster, and the plaster set, it was extremely hot, because when plaster gets hard, it gets very hot. There's a heat in the process of the plaster, so it was burning, terrible. So that was the mold for the back. So then I had to go back again a week later and lay now in the mold, and they did the front. So it was a two-session thing, the same thing, the arms, this. So then they had the mold of my body. Louise made a plaster of the body. So now she had my body in plaster. Okay. Then she cut it, and she twisted it more. So it's not just a cast. It started out as a cast, but it's more exaggerated than my body, because she took my body, cut it, and added sections, and she made the muscles. So she used, I was the beginning, but then in the end she transformed it. Also, and she didn't want to have a head, obviously, in that. So she was interested, like all Louise's pieces, she's interested in the body and what the body does and all that, but she always said that from a feminist point of view, she said, that Charcot at the time of when Freud and Charcot in Paris always liked to see the women go into this arch of hysteria. But men did too, but they prefer, since most of them were men, they prefer to see the woman do that. And she said she wanted to do the opposite, because I want to see a man in this position. So it had this sort of feminist sort of answer to Charcot and psychoanalysis, because usually hysteria is associated mostly, she's hysterical, mostly with women. And that's why she always Louise likes things that hang, because that means that it could pivot. It's very fragile, it could pivot, it could swing, so everything is sort of in flux. So it's not so static in a strange way. When they did the plast, my foot really, if you see my foot, got a cramp, because you have to hold the position for a long time till the plaster, because if you move, you don't get a good mold of the body. So my foot, if you look at the toes, my foot started to cramp, the toes. So it's really, you even get the tension in the body. I had been working with Louise for a long time, so I knew it wasn't madness. I had no idea how painful it would be. I would never do it again. Let's put it that way. But I did not know at the time. I didn't really quite, know what I was getting into in a way.